Yes, good morning to you. Welcome to another edition of Smash Lens on your spotter, Smash 88.1 FM. My name is Sanus Latif, and happy Teachers Day to all teachers out there, because without them, none of us can be where we are today, and that is why we always just have to celebrate them. But this morning we are not going to be talking about the teachers. We are only just trying to appreciate them and what they've done in our lives. But this morning, it's a season, or is the season of local government elections across different states, which Ogun State is not an exception. And very soon we are going to be going that route in Ogun State. The local government election in Ogun State, is kind of forthcoming, and we are looking forward to it. It has its own issues. But before we talk about the Ogun State local government elections, let's talk about the recent ones that we've had. We had in Benue, and of course, we also had the don't let me say the biggest of them, or maybe the hottest of them all. We had it in Rivers State, and this morning we're going to be talking about local government elections. Particularly the one that was very hot, where we had a number of explosions, we had a lot of crisis issues and all that. That is Rivers State. So we cannot touch on some other states that we've had these local government elections. Then we also focus on Ogun State local government election that is to be held. So those are the two major states that will take the lead in our discourse on the program this morning as Smash Lens on Smash 88.1 FM. Rivers local government elections, Ogun State local government elections, but touching on others. So I have in the studio with me a colleague, a brother. I have Toby Akimade, also a journalist and a public affairs analyst, with me in the studio this morning. Toby, good morning to you.
And good morning to you, and good morning to dear listeners out there.
You can also be part of the program. You can go to Facebook, type Smash 88.1 FM. You get to see us live in the studio. Most importantly, you have the opportunity of dropping your comments on our Facebook page, and you can also call in to be part of the discussion on the program. The number to call is 070 69 914 794 070 69 914 794. When we open the studio line, you can talk about it. These local government elections. Particularly the one in Rivers and the forthcoming one in Ogun State. So, Toby, let's start from Rivers State. Starting from Rivers State, we saw the election over the weekend, and that was on Saturday when we saw the election, and we saw what happened at the end of the day. Even before we saw the elections, there were a lot of issues. We had the APC, and we have the PDP that are loyal to the Minister of FCT, yes, on Wiki. And we had a court judgment that was saying that the elections should not hold, and that the police should not actually provide security for the local government election. But at the end of the day, the governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara, insisted that the local government election was going to hold, and eventually it did hold. And out of the 20 local government chairmanship election that we had in Rivers State, is what is now being reverted to as his proxy party, the Action People's Party, the APP, actually won 22 out of the 23 local government chairmanship seats in Rivers State. We also realized that even the councillorship seats, even though they didn't win everything, they won 314 out of 319. Yeah, I think 319. They won 314 seats. So that is talking about what I said, what is being referred to as Sim Fubara's proxy party, which is the APP, because we all know that, as it stands, the structure of PDP in Rivers State is still in the hands of the FCT minister. The structure still lies with him, and that is why Sim Fubara, had to use quote and unquote the APP. And now we've seen the election, winning 22 seats, and he did the swearing in hours after they were declared winner on a Sunday. I don't know, I can't remember the swearing of local government chairmen, or even maybe governors or what have you, that I've seen on a Sunday. I can't remember. I don't know if you remember any, Toby. And now, the local government secretariat that have been sealed before, there's a news that broke this morning that there was a directive, according to the spokesman of police in River State, that there was a directive that the local government secretariats should be unsealed, and the police that were deployed there are now being redeployed from the spot. So, what do you make of all of this? This the crisis before the election itself. Let's take it bit by bit. What do you make of all of what have happened in River State?
Well, thank you very much. Well, I think it's just about politics, really. It's two giants, political giants in River State, slugging it out to actually have, the power when it comes to politics in River State. And I don't think that the people of River State will benefit from these, really. And you ask me, what do I make of it? There are a whole lot of things.
Okay.
Why in your prologue you talk about the fact that the governor is supporting the APP candidates, which, if you want to look at it literally, that is anti-party, and which is not supposed to be, in a normal situation. But that's what you have in the Nigerian political balance.
But he has to survive politically.
Yes, but then you are supporting others from your party. That's how much anti-party you can talk about. People talk about that Wiki is doing anti-party. So what will you say that the governor is doing right now? That's also anti-party.
But we know. I understand. I'm not trying to derail you from your point, but we've seen it. You said it anyway that's what we have in Nigeria.
Who was Sim Fubara before he became governor? I saw some of his pictures where he was bending over. He was like squatting to speak to Wiki when Wiki was the governor. Now he became the governor, and within a year he has become this so powerful that he can look Wiki in the eye and dare the man that single-handedly brought him, into power.
And also the IG.
That tells you how powerful the governors are. And when you also look at the pattern of everything that has been going on, you have an APP. Ordinarily, APP will not have won one councillorship seat, if not for the backing of the governor. So that tells you a lot that whoever the governor backs in the local government election wins. Almost all the time. We saw what happened in Akwa Ibom State. We saw what happened in Benue.
Where they won all the local government seats. The 276 councillorship seats in Benue.
Yes,
were won by a single party.
And we keep clamoring for autonomy at the local government level. And I told some people when that Supreme Court judgment was given that it is not yet uhuru for local government when it speaks about independence, that until we have maybe INEC organizing the election, until we have a situation where different parties can win the local government elections, then it is not yet uhuru. I know we are still going to speak about Ogun State, for instance. I have interest in some of those how people who I would ordinarily want them to I've seen what they can do, that if this person wins,
probably based on his antecedents,
something good at the end of the day. But based on the party, it's going to be very, very, it will always be like a miracle for them to win. So that is the issue. It's not about whether I'm qualified or I have all that it takes to win, but with the power that be, allow that to be at the end of the day.
Okay, let me ask this question. With all the court judgments, the police, what they said before the election, do you think it was right for Sim Fubara to go ahead with that election?
Well, I think what I know about the court judgment was that the court asked, the court did not specifically say that the election should not hold.
Okay.
What the court, said was that INEC should not release the voters register.
Okay.
To the River State Independent Electoral Commission. Yes, and then that the federal government security agencies like the police, for instance, should not be part of that, and that was why the police withdrew from that exercise. Okay. So I think that is as far as I'm concerned. But for the governor to have said he was going to go ahead with it no matter what, despite the fact that his own party, because I remember I was saying it on Friday or so, that he was also a big a loser in that particular exercise, because his party will not be participating. But we know what it is, just like you said, that is I've forgotten the way you put it. Proxy party, so he knows what he's doing. He saw that this is a golden opportunity for him, with the PDP not contesting, with the APC not contesting the election. This is almost like they have given him the clear road to go ahead and win the election. So that was why he had to make sure that everything, go ahead, and he won. And you can see even the governor of Bauchi State, who is a PDP member and the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, was also there yesterday at the inauguration of APP dominated local government chairman. And you also have the former PDP candidate, president candidate Atiku Abubakar, also speaking to it, trying to backing what he did, Fubara. So that tells you that Nigerian politics is it defies logic. And again, it also let us see the reason why some people says that when you have that there is this issue where parties like Party A can bring up like two other parties, when election is coming, and then put some people there and all that. And that's what we have seen here, because if you look at the list of those who won, majority of them are Governor Fubara's men, almost all of them. Some were appointed by him, some were with Wiki before
moved to his
own side and all that. So they are just using that platform of the APP to get the ticket and to win. Now they have won. Maybe in the next few days or weeks, maybe they will be moving back to the PDP so that they can take over the structure
of the party
from Wiki. It's going to be an interesting, days ahead, especially in Rivers State when it comes to politics. We wait and see who wins at the end of the day.
So we wait and see who wins. But as it stands with this local government election, even though for the people, I don't see it as a win, except when there is total peace. It may not be total, but maybe a relative peace in Rivers State. That is when I see it as a win for the people of Rivers State. But for the gladiators, for Wike and Fubara, who are the major gladiators, will you say Fubara is gradually winning the war against Nyesom Wike?
Well, I think for me, really, Fubara holds the haze because he is the governor. Except as a governor, you don't know the kind of power you weigh. Then I don't see how somebody from the outside, in quote now, can win you. I remember back in, was it before 2019, around 2018, 2017 or so. No, before then, when Wike was the Minister for State for Education, and it was in Abuja, and Amechi was the governor. He had that fight also with Amechi, and he won at the end of the day, largely because he was backed by the then president, Goodluck Jonathan, and the wife, President Jonathan. So, except Wike had something like that, I don't see him winning Fubara in this battle. Because if you look at it, some of the big boys in Rivers, I mean, you talk about the Mujahid Asari Dokubo, you talk about the likes of government Tompolo. These people are backing the governor.
Yeah.
And so he also has the support of majority of Rivers State people, who some of them feel that,
and the support of a lot of PDP heavyweights, like the Bauchi governor that you mentioned, like Atiku Abubakar. All of them.
Some of them feels that Wike is, you have spent 8 years, your time is off. Why do you want to keep, being in charge and all that? And for Wike too, he has his own point. He has built his own structure. He doesn't want Fubara to come in and take over.
And he felt it's the same structure that Fubara benefited from.
Yeah. So I think, like I said, it's going to be a long battle. And it will not end until 2027. I think that is when you can finally say, because if you look at Ogun State, for instance, you remember the battle from 2018.
Yeah.
And up to now, you can't say that the battle is over.
Not at all.
It might just be that some of them have tried to lay low and hit when the opportunity arises. And they are waiting for that opportunity going to 2027.
Yeah, we'll be going full swing into the Ogun State local government election by the time we come back from commercial break. But let's still talk about this rivers crisis, because I heard the former president Goodluck Jonathan liking what is happening in Rivers State to what happened in the Old Western region, the political crisis there, and he has actually, called on security agencies to actually wade into this political situation, to actually nip it in the bud. For me, is it about the security agencies or about the presidency and the president himself? Because Wike works for the president and is in Abuja with the president.
I think it's going to be very, dicey. And
at some point he waded in.
Yes,
but people will tell you that when he waded in, it actually favored Wike more than Fubara.
Well, that's why I say it's going to be dicey for the president, because if you remember, Wike was very, very
instrumental
in him, winning Rivers State. You know that APC has for long has not won in Rivers State, and it was the influence of Wike that made them one way or the other to win, in 2023. And so it's going to be very difficult for the president to just discard Wike, because he will see Wike as a very strong ally than the governor. If the president himself, what Wike is doing is what he himself will have probably done, if we were to be in Wike's shoe, because we know what goes, down in Lagos State, for instance. So he's going to tend towards Wike, definitely, and he has tried as much as possible to weigh in and not be too much one-sided, but that has not, yielded the
desired result.
The desired result. So I don't know what more the president can do than maybe they want to work underground. But I think I would have seen that maybe a political situation solution could have been found to all this issue. But as it is, none of the two gladiators will want to relinquish. Wike will not want to let go. Fubara will not want to let go. So. And I don't see how the president cannot tell Wike, for instance, okay, just mind your business in Abuja and leave Rivers politics, because that would mean crippling his
power. You are killing his political career. And that's the point.
And we need Wike in 2027. You get, so because they also have to look at future elections.
Because for me, if you are saying the security agency should wade in without the IG can do whatever he wants to do, but I think there's limit to what he can also do, because he cannot take over everything in Rivers State.
It takes orders from somebody.
You understand?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. Anyway, we'll go on the commercial break, but part of what I want us to wrap up this week and the general local government elections up before now dovetailing to Ogun State and focusing on the forthcoming Ogun State local government election, is the fact that with all of these that are playing out, even beyond the local government election, we've seen what is happening in Kogi with Ododo and Yaya Bello and all that. For me, I keep saying it that these are one of the reasons why I'll always, for now, I don't really support state police. Not that we don't need it, but let's make some other security apparatus that we have, maybe like the So Safe in Ogun State, the Vigilante Group of Nigeria, the VGN, the Amotekuns, is it Ibebiagu in the east and all that. Let's make them stronger and all that, rather than having a state police. With all of this that is happening, what's your own take about these governors having control? Okay, my studio manager is telling me that we have to go on that commercial break. So when we return, I want you to react to that. What do you make of all of this? Looking at this state governor with all this enormous power that they have, now adding the control of a state police in their hands. I want you to have your take about that. Then from there, we will now dovetail to Ogun State local government election. So we take this commercial break. When we return, Smash Leg continues on Smash 88.1 FM. Keep it low.
Smash 88.1 FM. Feel it. Feel good.
My guy, how far now?
Oh boy, network no allow me run transfer give my mama. Since morning, only one bar. Can you imagine? I beg. What me now?
No be Union Bank account you dey use.
Yes, na Union Bank.
Now, just dial *826# and you go fit send the bar without data.
You walk oh.
Before call, now you no get updates now.
Take advantage of the seamless *826# USSD.
pay bills, send money, buy airtime, and even generate the pay code and PIN for cardless withdrawals. Embrace data-free banking today. Dial *826# to get started. Available to new and existing customers. Union Bank, your simpler, smarter bank.
nígbà kan rí nílùú Ẹ̀gbá nígbà tó ń jọ pé gbogbo ìrètí ti pé Lísàbí dìde gìjà ọkùnrin jẹ́jẹ́ abìjà kúkú ó gbéná wojú ọ̀tá láti fòpin sí ìwà ọ̀dájú àti ìwà amúnisìn ọlọ́yọ̀ọ́. Lísàbí ìtàn tó ń peni sí ìrántí bí ọkùnrin kan ṣoṣo ṣe fi ìwà akíkanjú rẹ̀ yí ìgbé ayé àwọn èèyàn rẹ̀ padà sí rere.
Ìwọ náà wàá mọ bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú Lísàbí tá a ti ń ṣàfihàn rẹ̀ báyìí lórí Netflix pẹ̀lú ìlànà ìsanwó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti $2,000 àti $200.
ẹ ǹlẹ́ o ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa fífúnni jẹ́ ìmọrírì àti pé fífúnni pẹ̀lú àmúlò dátà lórí fóònù rẹ ṣe àfihàn rẹ̀ jọ̀rẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n ṣá ìjọ dáàbòbò dátà lórí fóònù rẹ bí ìwọ̀nyí ni àwọn ọ̀nà tí o lè gbà dáàbòbò dátà rẹ bí o bá ń fún èèyàn lò nípasẹ̀ hotspot. Lo àwọn nọ́mbà tó jẹ́ mímọ̀ fún ìwọ nìkan láti ti hotspot rẹ fún ìdáàbòbò dátà rẹ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ajínigbé dátà lò. Bákan náà rí i dájú pé ó ṣe àyípadà ìdáàbòbò nọ́mbà rẹ password lóòrèkóòrè kí ó bá ṣòro fún àjèjì láti lò. Fún ìdí èyí jẹ́ kí àwọn olólùfẹ́ rẹ jẹ àǹfààní dátà rẹ nítorí pé ó ti wà lábẹ́ ààbò tó péye. Lọ sí ojú òpó ayélujára fóònù rẹ tàbí ti consumer.ncc.gov.ng fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé. Ìkéde yìí wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ àwọn tó gbàwé àṣẹ fétò ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ àti àjọ tó ń bójútó àmúlò ẹ̀rọ ayélujára lẹ́ka ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ NCC.
ẹ kú jókòó ẹ̀yin ènìyàn wa. Bàbá ìdùnnú nígbà gbogbo ní rẹ́rìn-ín músẹ́ ohun gbogbo tó dáwọ́lé àṣeyọrí tẹ̀lé bóyá ṣẹ́ ògbìn ni o. àṣeyọrí. ìṣòwò àtòhun ìní owó ńkọ́. àṣeyọrí. àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ o. àṣeyọrí. Bàbá ìdùnnú ẹ̀jọ̀ ẹ fọ̀nà hàn wá.
Lóòótọ́ ni ìgbésí ayé ti dáa fún mi. Leadway Assurance ní iléeṣẹ́ náà. Fọdún pípẹ́ ni wọ́n ti ń ṣèṣèdúró iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn mi, ilé ìtajà àṣòwò mi, ilé gbígbé mi, ọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ mi àtàwọn ohun ìní mi gbogbo. Nítorí náà nígbàkúgbà tó ń kó bá fẹ́ yíwọ́ wá ṣàtìlẹ́yìn fún mi láti padà bọ̀ sípò. Nídìí èyí tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ láti dàbí bàbá àdùnnú níbo ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ lọ.
Ẹ pè Leadway lórí àwọn aago ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí 0812-999-7096 tàbí 02-012-800-700 láti gbádùn ààbò lórí ìṣòwò rẹ, iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn àti ilé ìtajà ìṣòwò rẹ gbogbo. Leadway Assurance à ń ṣe àbídájú ìdùnnú láti ọdún.
Let's go and get seats at that table with Semovita.
Sorry, this table is reserved for the bride's family.
Do you know who I am? I'm the older brother of the sister's last uncle who married their first cousin.
Everybody wants a seat at the Golden Penny Semovita table. Golden Penny Semovita remains my soup's first choice. It's made from premium wheat and fortified with vitamins and minerals to provide a wholesome bowl food that pairs well with Nigerian soups. Golden Penny Semovita, my soup's first choice.
Babe, why are you frowning for me now?
Make noodles for me.
Talk louder now.
Come and make noodles for me.
Hey, sis scam.
Please now. My Odogu silencer.
Child.
#1 chef. Hey.
This woman. Okay, how do you want it?
I want it as it hot. Let it burst my brain. Spicy. Sprinkled with assorted and rishi.
Okay, I'll make it. But if I make it, I want a kiss.
Cook it how I want it first. Leave it to Golden Penny, because with Golden Penny noodles, you'll get your noodles how you want it. Enjoy quality, nourishing goodness of Golden Penny noodles. Contains vitamins for that irresistible taste.
Oh yeah, where's my kiss?
We on radio. Everybody will hear us now. Golden Penny noodles. I want what I want.
Talawa, unstoppable. Got the DNA to be unstoppable. Awade, unstoppable. Tokoda, unstoppable. Together we are strong. Niger moves on. Awade, unstoppable. 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 Láti la oòrùn dé ìwọ̀ oòrùn, eré ìje ṣì ń tẹ̀síwájú. Gbèsè àwọn akọni Naija, òkè la wá rẹ̀.
Kò sóhun tó ṣòro ṣe pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ tó gbàgbọ́ nínú rẹ̀. Yára lọ sí Alternative Bank lónìí.
Àwa jẹ́ unstoppable, tó kọjá unstoppable.
Alternative by your side, you can't go wrong.
The
Never a dull moment on this side. Always stay smashing on Smash 88.1 FM.
Yes, welcome back from that commercial break. The program is still Smash Lens on Smash 88.1 FM. A program where we focus our lens on topical issues and we bring it or bring them to the front border to dissect and also actually take a look at them. You can be part of it. The studio line remains 070 69 914 794 070 699147994. You can also join us on Facebook. Go to Facebook and you can drop your comments there. I can see quite some comments there which I'm going to be taking with time. And but before then, Toby, the last question I asked you before we went on that break is the fact that looking at the enormous power that we see in the hands of the governor, because if the governors are not so powerful, I tell you, Fubara will not be able to go ahead with that particular election and will not be able to do the swearing in hours after on a Sunday, and of course I will not be where we are in Rivers State right now. So looking at this enormous power, what's your own position as regards state police?
Well, first and foremost, I understand your concern, and that's that concern is valid as well. A whole lot of Nigerians also holds that concern that
all right, we have a call. Let's pick this call, then you continue. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, boss, my name is Kazim. Calling from Abeokuta.
Okay, welcome to the program, Mr. Kazim. What's your take?
My brother, they should not give it again. They should not have state police.
Okay.
If you have it, it is just a preamble of what you will see. You will see a ruffians and a tawdry attitude of it. It's only one thing that I was praying for. And despite Governor President Tinubu's now maybe complain, if that judiciary of this INEC should conduct an election in Nigeria that has went to first reading now can work as the way autonomy works, my brother, we are getting to the point.
All right.
That is the only solution for now. Let them just work that one and let INEC control that. Although those things will happen, but it will so fear than this arrogant attitude of it. Thank you, good morning.
Thank you so much for being part of it, Mr. Kasim. You can also call on 070 69 914 794 070 69 914 794. All right, Toby, you are reacting to your position as regards this state police.
Yes.
Are you listening to Kasim?
Yes, like I said, before that call came in, that a lot of people hold that position and it's valid. But then you also have to look at the other side.
I'm sorry, I have to cut in again. Okay. We have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. I'm Dr. Emmanuel Sonda.
Oh, welcome.
I want to greet you very much.
Nice,
I say good morning to you all.
Good morning, sir.
I'm listening to the topics we are digesting.
Yes, sir.
What we are trying to do now is that one wouldn't have appreciated some things that are happening in Nigeria, but the situation compelled us to. You see, the introduction of series of games in political landscape of this country has given a lot of scenarios into the issue and getting us worried about it all.
Okay.
You see, if not the excessiveness of Wike, everybody knows that Wike is too. In fact, he's too arrogant on his own land. He speaks as if he owns the state as his own personal entity, because he has a federal might in his support, and that is why people of his own to disown him.
But sir, sorry, before we came from at the federal might, he has always been like that. He was a state governor when he fought Atiku to a standstill with their party. I think Wike has always been like a warrior. Let me put it that way.
Let me say this. I know where you are heading to.
Mm.
You and I wouldn't. Okay, I'm just an apolitical. I'm not a politician.
Same for me. I'm just a journalist. I'm not a politician.
You see what he did during 2023 presidential election to any reasonable fellow.
All right.
You see, he was aggrieved because he lost that presidential primary. He was aggrieved. He was not doing it for the purpose of sincerity, but for the purpose of vengeance. He did it because of the purpose of vengeance. So it is not to do it in a very good manner. Fine. The Lord has given him the opportunity of doing so, because to any normal right-thinking fellow, that is antipathy. But because their own game, in fact, political climate in this country has given us a lot of headaches.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why they are disturbing some of us in Nigeria, the way they are playing the game.
Mm.
You see, what he did then, he has had his way. But it is not out of place to have a good placeholder for you when you are leaving a state. If prevention, you are taking into consideration the life of the people you govern that place. I know, maybe to them, I'm not in Rivers, so I wouldn't say what he has done is favors them or not. But if going by the account of what we are reading in the newspapers and in online all these years, so we can say it pleases those people. That is why they keep following him. So, but what I'm saying in essence is this: that haven't done your own. Everybody, we can't pretend to say that we don't know the excessiveness of a wiki. But you see, that man, at first when there was a crisis, they were dragged to presidency, and everybody knew that even the presidency hinted to weakest interest. We are not morons. We all understand what happened and what is still happening.
All right.
So what we are really saying is that they should be able, the political gladiators, they should take into consideration the life, the well-being of the citizens. Look at what
exactly. I agree with you.
Look at what Aremo Oshoba said. When you see, I don't know, you are within your party. Are you getting?
Yes.
Are you saying that Nigerians are doing fine? We are not talking about their own class.
Mm.
Former Governor Oshoba cannot say he cannot have 3 square meals, even more than that.
More than that.
He's not part of those people we are talking about.
If there is anything like 9 square meals, we can actually afford it.
Of course, he can surely afford it. You see, they are too self-centered. And that was why he has been carried in without exactly what he made him make what he has done. Look at what somebody said. This one is what he has said. He should come to Lafayette and say that one. He should come into the open and say that. You see, we should be able to guide our leaders, particularly when they are there. Okay,
I think for you to actually make your point better, you said the former Governor Oshoba said something, but you've not spoken about what he said. I said to actually, you said former Governor Oshoba said something, but you've not said what he actually said. So I want you to actually talk about what you meant that former Governor Oshoba said.
He said President Tinubu is doing fine.
Okay.
His economy is good to us.
Okay.
His economic policy is good to us.
Okay.
And he was even assuring himself, as if the then maybe he's only one to go to vote in 2027, that he is assuring him that he is having 2027, God's willing. But you see,
now you are telling Baba to go to Kulavewa to go and say it, right?
Are you saying?
I said I've gotten what you meant by what former governor said. I now said where I caught him was when you are now saying that Chief Oshoba should go to Lafayette and say that to people of Lafayette.
No, somebody said it when the president was reacting.
Okay.
The Yoruba something.
Okay.
Baba Oshoba should come and say that one at Lafayette. It wasn't me that made that statement.
Okay.
But
no
that is to see the feelings of the commoners, the feelings of the poorest of the poorest.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you see, we should be able to take their plight into consideration before we make any statement.
All right.
Some of the people, some of us that are coming, it's not because personally, we are not there to personalize the situation. So we want to
all right, Comrade Adiebe, because of our time, I want you to wrap up. What's your take on the forthcoming Ogun State local government election? Even though that's the next topic we are going into, but we've not gone into it. But just for you, before you end.
Thank you very much. You see, what anybody can expect from this upcoming local government election in Ogun State, the opposition parties itself are not getting themselves together.
All right.
Are you getting?
Yes.
Look at those people that they don't have electoral value in their evil units. They are now causing trouble in their parties. And the parties do not know what to do to show them the way out. And they allow them to see the causing trouble within them. Then I will say that such people can come and convince people to come and vote for them.
All right, I think I'll just have to let you go because of our time so that others can call in. The point you are making is that the opposition party should go and put their house in orders ahead of the election.
So that they can have their way.
All right, thank you so much, Comrade.
As far as the issue of Ogun State is concerned.
All right, thank you so much, Comrade Adiebe. All right, Toby, you are making that point on the state police, and I have cut in twice, but I just have to allow the caller. So quickly wrap up on that.
Yeah, so like I said, the argument that some holds is valid, but that argument really
the cost just keeps coming in. Yeah. Let me quickly take this. All right. Hello, good morning.
Mr. Toby, don't be offended, please.
No, at all.
Please, let me just come in from the last caller.
Okay, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Kazim, I'm still calling back.
Okay, all right. Okay.
You asked the man a question. Is Wike has not been doing that when he was here? He has been doing that. Must he continue? Which is no.
Okay.
Your answer is this. When you have that state police, it will worsen. That is where we are going to. That state police must not stand. That's the point.
All right,
The issue of Ogun State, election or no election, is going to be the repeated something. To the sense that the value are the people that can move a state forward is not going to be there because they know they are going to write it. That's why I say if that INEC issue can come in, at least it will reduce that what it needs to be. That is, you look a material, a value people, a material people will come in and will see it go. So those things will not be the same thing again. It may be a little, but there will be a difference. That's why I said that INEC issue should go fast before December and it should be knocked.
Right.
If that comes, you'll see there will be a difference.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Toby, I know you have to be outside Abeokuta for an assignment in a couple of minutes, so I have to let you go as soon as possible. But before you go, let me just join this issue of state police, your reaction. I'll hold on the course for now until you are done with your take. So please let me just allow Toby to wrap up on this for those that are calling. So I want you to react to complete that your thoughts on state police, and I also want you to take that to the local government, forthcoming local government election in Ogun State. We have been told that it's still holding November 16th, right?
Yes.
So I want you to talk about the state police and also give your opinion as regards the forthcoming local government election in Ogun State.
All right, on state police, I don't support the argument of Kazim and others, that
including myself,
yes,
because I'm not supporting state police too.
I am for state police, and the reason is that
with these governors,
yes, when you look at the security system that we have now, we have when you talk about the size of the security agency that we have, they are not enough.
What about the Amotekos? What are they doing? What about the SOSAFs of this world? What are they doing? What about the Fijian? What about the NSCDC?
I'm going there. And then if you look at majority of this
security
are doing is being funded by state government. You see state government buying cars for them, buying different equipment and all that. So let's have states control the security. Now I understand the fear of people when it comes to
people like us, people like me.
Yes, but like the former governor of Lagos said, when you get to that place, you can address it. The fact that yes, there is going to be pros and cons. The cons are much and all that doesn't mean that you can't go ahead. Let's go ahead with it. That is what is being done and practiced elsewhere. But what we need to do is to ensure that how do we work it out? Do we put the control in the hands of the governor, or who do we put it on? Those are the areas that we can begin to, those fears that we have, we can address them. We can look at, okay, let's not put that power in the hands of the governor. Let's have maybe the State House of Assembly will be in charge of something. We can work around that, because when you look at it, you have situation where a governor, for instance, is being named the chief security officer of the state, but he cannot control the commissioner of police in some instances. And I understand the fear. Like I said, the fears are valid, that the governors will control them and all that. But that right now, are they not controlling even the police or the security agencies that are not in their power? So we can address all that. That is
all right. So that I can allow you to go, I want you to talk about the forthcoming local government election.
For the local government election in Ogun State, yes, November 16. I will hope that we can have.
Are we not going to have the same scenario? We've seen it in Benue. We are seeing it in Rivers. It happened in Kwara. Is Ogun State not going to be going the same route?
Sadly, that's what I believe is going
to happen. Even though I let some people have gone to court to actually say that election should not hold and none of that.
That's what I believe is going to happen. That is going to be, a one-way ticket. That's what I believe is going to happen. But and there are many factors to that. Because already people have this opinion, these views that they are going to write it no matter what happened, and that is one. Then two, you don't have a lot of people having that enthusiasm coming out to vote during local government elections, like the state governorship election, presidential election. So when you don't have much people come out like that, it gives room for all those manipulation and all that. And the fact that the State Commissioner Electoral Commission, OSEC, whatever, all the state electoral
commissioners, the chairman,
they are in the hands of the governors, and I mean the governor appoint the chairman of that commission. Are you saying that they don't have some kind of influence on them? Despite the fact that they may tell you that it's going to be free and fair.
But the federal government appoints INEC, and we saw Jonathan lose as a sitting president.
Yes, because the dynamics are different.
Okay.
For instance, I was watching a video yesterday where a particular candidate from the Labour Party in Rivers State was saying that it was one of the contestants from the APP who used his own car to take the electoral material from the commission's office to the voting center. I mean, you won't see that in INEC instance.
Okay.
So you have a lot of
different dynamics,
yes,
right? Okay.
Yes. So, but like I said, I will keep hoping that people can go out and exercise their franchise. It's beyond you sitting at home and thinking, I want this person to win, I want that person to win. When you don't go out to participate, we need to go out. We need to mobilize people. There needs to be more media projection, because right now
enlightenment, sensitization
enough room for people to know that election is coming on November 16, local government election in Ogun State, and we don't even know which political parties are participating, who are their candidates, what do they have in stock.
All right, Toby, because I can't allow you to go late for your assignments. We know timeliness is part of a job, so at this point I know for you to even be here, it's you just have to honor the invitation and do it for me and for the station, because for you to meet up with your assignments, if it were to be the other way around, you wouldn't even be here. So at this point, I think I have to allow you go, and I really appreciate your time in the studio with me. I appreciate the fact that anytime I call on you, you're always here to honor my call, and I appreciate you for that.
Thank you very much.
Right from over a decade that I've known you, you've always been somebody that is actually ready to give his all, and I appreciate that about you. So thank you, Toby, for being part of the program. I wish you safe journey as you travel to go and meet up with your assignment outside the city of Abeokuta.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, that's that about me and my guests in the studio. And even when you look at the time, my time is fast spent. But before I wrap up on the program, let me check out some Facebook messages that I have, and kind of appreciate them, while I also appreciate all those that are called in to be part of the program this lovely Monday morning. So Chinko, let me see some of the messages. There's a way you do it for me. Do it, let me see. so that I can get to read these messages. And that's why you are the magic finger when it comes to the job at Smash FM. So let me see. I think one is from Sheriff Agubiade, and what is Sheriff saying? He's saying good morning. Okay, good morning to you, Sheriff. There's another one from Miriam O Ajibo JP. She said, what works at Christ Apostolic Church or what? Okay. What she's saying, she's saying good morning, guys. Well done, right? I think well done. Okay, thank you very much. There's another one, Engineer Alex Irresistible. What is Engineer Alex saying? He's saying welcome, guys. Welcome. All right. I think those are the messages that we have on our Facebook page. As for all those that also watch but didn't drop their message, I really appreciate you. So I can see Akweta in the studio already. Adeolu Joseph is warming up for Belegbo himself and his people. All right, I think this will be a convenient point for me to call it a wrap on the program this morning. Smash Lens on Smash 88.1 FM. Another edition returns tomorrow. A fresh package returns tomorrow with Ralph Ennison as the anchor. My name is Sanus Latif. Thanks for being part of today's edition, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.
Smash FM.
This is how we sound. Lucky you,